Hello everyone, welcome back to another episode here on Planet Zoo, where I've not done any of the admin work other than sorting the Titan beetles, but that's because we had 17 of them. And I came to the realization, I've been sat looking at this zoo for a good 30 minutes now, and I came to the realization I've done a terrible job at future-proofing this. We're given this massive amount of space. I mean, we can go all the way out to, I think it's up here somewhere, all the way up to here. And yet this is very compact all the way down here. So what I'd like to do is I'd like to start doing some things to expand the zoo, make the areas much bigger, and that way we can add in things like transport rides and things like that. I would like to have a good train network going on in here, and I'd like to make use of boats and the cars. I'm not too sure about the gondolas. They seem like a bit of a pain in the backside, but I would like to have maybe I mentioned this in the previous episode, I think, about having a car trail that goes up around here and back down here, just sort of to connect this section up to this section. And the plan I originally had for this area, I've done a complete 180 on. That plan I had, I want to do somewhere else in the zoo, just not here. This area up here, I have a different plan for, and I'm going to make progress towards that in today's episode. So this episode's actually going to have a fair amount of deconstruction in it, which we've not done before, and some habitats are going to be moved. The snow leopards, for example, they're going to be moved. The ostriches are also going to be moved, and I'm also considering this whole entrance area down here being radically changed. Same with these two habitats here. Although it's kind of cool having the wolves down like this, it doesn't really match with anything else in the zoo. I've not done that anywhere else, and all these underground paths are kind of a pain in the backside. So we're probably going to move our timber wolves up here somewhere. And I kind of feel like maybe doing away with these large areas, like a large American area, a large Indian area. I think we should maybe have smaller sections. Like, this is fine, although this is quite a large area, but that's maybe about as much as this section's going to be as far as the India theme. We might do like a New World theme over here and put some different animals in, and those kinds of things. And we might, well, I'm quite fond of the crocodiles. To be honest, we'll probably leave this habitat. This whole area was really designed with this habitat in mind. This area I don't like, if I'm being honest. The idea I had in my head just didn't pan out very well in the game. I mean, it's bringing people in. We're over 3,300 guests in the zoo, but like some of these paths just look a bit wonky. I mean, this one, a curved bridge that's about 3 times the height of all the other bridges, and then another bridge that leads back, and it just, I feel like it's a bit haphazard. Although this purple waterfall here, I think it looks awesome. But what we're going to work on first of all today is this waterfall is definitely going to stay, because I spent hours working out how to do this. It's not finished yet. I've still got to add more rocks and things and do a bit of beautification, add some greenery in the place. I want to expand the water up this end quite a bit, but I also want to expand this raised platform as well. So I think what we'll do is, first of all, let's just hit pause. We'll do the vet research because it's up on the screen. Saltwater crocodiles, well, you can just carry on with that. We have I hired extra staff. That's one thing I did do before this episode. I hired 3 more mechanics and 3 more caretakers, and I left them in no work zone, so that way they can go about and fill in the gaps where anyone else is busy, or at least that's how I think it works. I might be wrong, let me know in the comments. But what we're going to do first is, I think it's in construction. It's not. Be in facilities then. what I'd like to do is this is actually much larger than I thought it was going to be. I want to put this roughly here. And I want to go paths and remove this. In fact, what I actually want to do is remove it all the way back to here. We'll get rid of that. And go back to here. Let's buy that and want to curve it around just ever so slightly. Oh, I was wanting it to go the other way, but okay. Get that one, and then we'll raise it up. Wonder if I can bring that down now. And can I make it curve a bit more than that? That's actually perfect like that. I'm not sure if the 4x4 can actually travel across this or if it has to be exposed terrain like that. I'm not sure. I've not actually done anything with this. Go straight and then we'll curve it around here. I know I'm going to expand this water, but I kind of want to have a bit of a land bridge anyway. Let's just bring this round a little bit and let's okay, I think we do need to take it above ground just a little. So I think what we'll do is we'll do that. That's kind of annoying. Well, you get the idea. We're going to have a station here and a station up here. I'll work on doing this off camera because this I feel is going to be a bit of a pain to get this to actually line up the way I want it. And I'll bring you guys back once it's done and we'll see how it looks. So I'll be back in just a second. Okay, so this is what I got done. I got the path to come up here. I still need to do a bit of terrain fixing here, but nothing too major. I'm probably going to leave it something similar to how it is. The terrain here is a bit janky, so I'll just see if I can fix that just now. I don't mind there being a bit of a dip there. In fact, I'll probably leave that dip because I have a plan for that. Let's see if I can fix this though. Bit of a sheer edge is fine, it's next to mountains. And I'll deal with that dip another time. What I'm going to do now is, let's unpause. And let's have a little ride. So we get a nice view of the waterfall. It's going to be much nicer once we get more rocks and foliage and things in, obviously. I've got to say, I love the pink dice. So we come up here. I've extended this raised area quite a bit. I've actually extended it all the way over to the edge of the zoo over there. Like the terrain paint will change for this area, so don't worry about that. Get a nice view of this pond, which is going to be sort of the mouth of the main river for all the water that we've got down below. We've got a station up here. That path is going to be taken out, and that solar panel is just temporary. Same with the one at the bottom. That's just so that we can test. As we come down here, you get quite a cool view over the zoo as it currently stands. A view into the bisons. The bisons are going to stay where they are, I think. Coming down here, you get the waterfall again, and you can see the crocodiles. So I'm quite happy with this. The path's not, but the track is not exactly how I want it. It's a bit roller coastery at points, but otherwise it's pretty decent. So let's go ahead and pause again. We'll get rid of that, and I think what we'll do is we'll jump into a time lapse because I want to rip this whole path out all the way down the stairs and redo how you get up here. And I think I'm going to move the snow leopards up into this area. I'm thinking somewhere around here, and I'm actually thinking about giving them a bit of a bigger habitat as well. Not too much bigger, because they do have more space than they currently need, but I'm thinking we'll put them up here. And I have something planned for this whole area up here as well. We are going to have a staff path that comes up here to connect this top area, because we don't currently have any staff paths up here. So we might get around to that in this episode, we might not. We'll get something done anyway, but hopefully you guys enjoy the time lapse, and I will see you guys on the other side of it. Okay guys, I'm quite happy with how this is looking. What did I say there? I'll be fine. I think it's just all these because the snow leopards aren't quite in here, but you've seen in the time lapse that I did tell well, got the snow leopards to be moved over here. That's going to take a little bit of time, so we'll worry about that a little bit later. What we need to do now though is we need to go to zoo and we need to hire staff. Can I hire staff straight from in here? Oh, I've got my doubts. Alright, so I want 5 caretakers. Let's go ahead and pause because I'm going to need to sort out all their wages and things. Actually, no, they're fine. But I do need to set them to this work zone. I'm sure there's a quicker way of doing this, but this way's fine. Now, if you can't tell by the work zone name, this is going to be sort of like an Arctic area for us. But as you can tell, I'm doing things much bigger. There's lots of empty space. I'm going to put another habitat over here, and it's probably going to extend out this way a fair amount. This area here is not going to have a habitat in it. I can foresee this being a problem though. Did I get all those guys? I did. So let's hire 3 keepers for now. I think 3 will be fine. Okay, I shouldn't have done that. Let's see. Can't train you. Okay, so you're Arctic, and you're Arctic. Let's actually unpause for this, just so they can land, because these guys do need a wage cut. And we can also make sure that these are the guys that we sent to the right area. Alright, so we've got caretakers, we've got keepers. We're going to need, I think, 2 mechanics are probably fine for now, so let's just get these guys sorted. Now, we've got enough money that I probably don't need to lower their wages, but I'm cheap, so we'll come back to that just now. We'll hire 2 vets because I want 2 vets for this area, because I think I've got 2 vets for every other area. If I don't, I should do. And we'll hire 2 security guards as well. Let's see, we don't need to mess with their wages, we just need to set them to this area. Like it says, eject vandals. Catch pickpockets, chase pickpockets, eject guest groups, eject vandals. We also need to feed litterers to the tigers. So there's a whole heap of new staff. So now what we need to do is go over here, find out which one's the staff room. I think it's this one. And let's set it to a rec room. Now, you'll have noticed in the time lapse that the barrier was the wrong way around. I have fixed that, so it's now one-way glass so you can see in and not out. And I've also brought the concrete wall down to here. So hopefully we should start seeing the snow leopards in here in just a second. But I wanted to do something a little bit different with these bridges. I wanted them to be different from each other. And I quite like how they've turned out. Let's see. I know it's not at the ideal temperature. Why is that? That'll be because the water's cold. Maybe not be in the water? I don't think I can heat water up either. I think I have... This water's not as cold. Oh no, it is. Yeah, I put a heater in this water, I'm sure. So, yeah, not an awful lot I can do about water, I'm afraid. Peacocks are having offspring. Jesus Christ, there's loads of them. We will have to sort this. I'll sort the peacocks off camera, because there's just loads of them. Let's call the keeper. So I suppose the view of the grizzly bears here is fine, and get a good view of the grizzly bears from here. Oh, I suppose it just depends where you're standing. Let's... Yeah, it's all these. It's fine. Once we get snow leopards in here, it will be fine. We've got the snow cover and everything. And we will eventually have snow cover in all of the staff area and things like that as well. More offspring from the peacocks. Right, this habitat is now empty. So if I grab all the barrier and just turn it to concrete, can't see in or out. Let's get rid of these boards, because this habitat is actually going to be completely removed. Where's the rest of them? Down here at the lag fest of guests. Yeah, the frame rate drop I get around here is incredible. I think I had speakers, but I'm not entirely sure where they are. That's one way of finding them, I suppose. Alright, let's just get rid of all of this barrier. That's not what I wanted to do. I don't even know how I did that. Okay. Now, that might freak guests out just a little bit, because they might think that there's still snow leopards in here, but of course we checked and there isn't. I feel like there's probably another speaker over here somewhere that I just can't see. Yeah, right there. Alright, keeper can't reach what? Let's get rid of that one as well. Got some vet research complete, that's always a good thing. For the pronghorned antelope, that's absolutely fine. Yeah, keeper can reach it because it's right there, so stop your complaining. Oh, hang on a second. I want one of these. I want one very badly. It's probably not good for my health though. It is adorable. They run quite quick as well. Oh, that sound though. Oh, hang on. Let's put you on contraceptive. I think we're going to have to sort these peacocks out just now. We only have all of them. I don't think I can get rid of the infants, but I can release these animals to the wild for so many conservation credits. Yeah, I think that should be fine. There'll be no inbreeding in this, so thank you very much. Multiple animals have low welfare. Doesn't surprise me. We find out a relatively young male. Does that fix it? Right, like I said, we'll get rid of all that stuff later. We're gonna have like things going on up here. Let's go ahead and open the ride. Hopefully we see some people coming down here. Right, research is complete. Oh, an albino peafowl. Didn't know I had that. Their enrichment needs sorted as well. We are going to have to spend some time with the peacocks. I just realised I didn't connect this path up. So we'll connect that up so at least people can actually walk up here. We should start seeing more people up this way. Not worried about that just now. Is that all staff? Okay. We'll just we'll see how that ticks along. I'm going to do a bit of a jump cut here where I'm going to clear out all of this stuff here, and I'll bring you guys back once I've done that. Hopefully we'll see some guests up this way in just a few minutes as well. I'll see you guys in just a second. Okay, so we had some guests come up on the car, walk along here, and now they're going straight back into it. So that's a thing. While I was off camera, I went in to put some lights around the place. I think it looks quite smart now, actually. And yeah, I'm not really seeing much movement up this way, but that's not a surprise. We've got some people waiting. You know, that's fine. Let's see if we can add another car here. Probably not. It's absolutely fine. Don't need to worry about that too much. I've increased the speed of it slightly. I also remember to put feeding troughs in here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to call the keeper. It seems like the view is an issue, but well, it's more about my view than the guest's view. The other thing I'm going to do is mechanic can visit every 6 months, vet can visit every 3 months. Does someone in the comment section want to buy me a baby snow leopard? That would be very much appreciated. I want one, or 6. I'm not that picky. I'll take 6. Yeah, we're not getting anyone up here just yet. Or is that a staff? Or is that a guest? It is a guest. Don't forget to do a donation. Four months ago. He was on the what we got called keeper. This habitat is becoming an issue, and so is this one. It's one of the reasons why I want to move them. I also want to increase the size of the paths, because we're using 4-meter paths down here and it's just too small. Up here we're using, I think it was 8, which I think is much better. Pronghorn antelope is about to mate. That's fine. How's this looking in here? Let's call it mechanic. Are we getting any donations down here? Oh yeah, we're getting loads. We're almost up to £900,000 or dollars, which is pretty cool. But I think this is a good place to end this episode. Hopefully you have enjoyed it. If you have, then don't forget to hit that like button. If you're new to the channel, you can, of course, subscribe. And you can also ring that bell icon. That way you get notified of all future uploads at both Planet Zoo and otherwise. And also live streams that I do. The next Planet Zoo video will be on Monday, because we've now changed to the new schedule of Planet Zoo being every Monday, Wednesday and Friday. Hopefully you guys are enjoying the extra slot for it. And you can also find me on Discord. I have a Discord server, well, a Discord channel set up on my server specifically for Planet Zoo. If there's any tips, tricks or hints or just feedback you want to give me about the zoo, or even if you want to show me your guys' zoos, then head over to my Discord. The link is in the description. And you can also find me on Twitter. My Twitter name is on the screen just now. And as always, I hope you all have a wonderful day. And I will see you all in the next one. Bye for now.